Hi guys, I'm set up here on the BGA website. I'm going to play a four-player game of Terra Mystica against human opponents here. So let's get the table open and we'll see how we get on. So open the table to other players. We've got real-time fast speed, so we're getting 3.5 minutes per turn, and factions selected in player order, starting VP adjusted by faction, and then variable turn order. So on BGA, really, we've just got the base game, which is not ideal. I prefer to have the expansions. We do have the variable turn order expansion, which does, improve it a bit. But yeah, it could be better if we had the fire and ice and that. It just mix things up a bit. But so far, we've got no one joined our table. So a four-player game. Wait for 3 more players to join in. On this website, there are plenty of good players, but also plenty of not so good players as well. Let's see who's available to play at the moment. We've got some high-ranking players here available to play, but they're not joining at the moment. And then, yeah, a few sort of lower-ranked players as well, but nobody's joined so far. So, yeah, we just have to hang around and wait for the table to fill up. Now, usually on the BGA, you can get a live game fairly quickly. And, yeah, you can finish a game, within about an hour and a half, sometimes even an hour if you get fast players. When they first opened the Terra Mystica on this website, the game sort of dragged on a bit, but yeah, now most of the players have played at least a few times, so games tend to go quite quickly. Yeah, I really would prefer it if they introduced some varied boards, some of the expansion boards, and the expansion factions and bonus cards. Everything really just mixes the game up a bit. I think it just makes it a bit, quite a bit better. But if you want to get a live game, then really BGA is the best website for it. You've got the app as well. You can get live games on the app. But I've, been in the queue for 4 hours sometimes and still not got a game, and the game's long enough as it is, and it might take a couple of hours. You need to allow a couple of hours for a game to finish. And if you're going to spend, you don't know how long you're going to be in the queue for when you open up your when you join the queue, and you're going to be queuing for 3 hours just for and then you've got a 2-hour game. You don't know how much. How long, you don't know when you're going to finish, so you might have how many times do you have that amount of time free in your day? And this is the longest I've had to wait for anyone to join, to be honest, on this site. Perhaps it's early in the morning, but usually you have plenty of people over in Asia. I'm in Europe, so usually you'd have a lot of people over in Asia, and they would fill it up fairly quickly. There's a lot of quite higher ranking players coming from Taiwan on this website, I've noticed. So still no one. So what I'll do is I will cut the video now, and I'll see you when the table's full. Okay, the table's full now. So we've got this guy with, yeah, this guy's going to be a strong player. So let's not waste their time and get on with it. Get the game started. That took quite a long time to fill that table up. But anyway, we're going now. So, and I'm final player to choose my faction, which is good. This game, you only got 3 minutes to choose your faction. And being the fourth player, I think there's a certain advantage to that, because then you get more time to sort of think about it, and you can see what everyone else has got as well. So, but then sometimes, of course, all the best factions have been taken. So we're forming a town in, let's have a look at the bonus cards first, just to see if, slightly low coin game. We've got the 6 coins and the 2 for this dwelling scoring bonus card. Power, we've got 2 of the 3 power bonus cards. We've got the shipping there. And the dig is missing as well. So the dig is missing. What else is missing? Yeah, it's the 4 coin one is missing, and the dig. So let's have a look at the scoring. So digging in round 1. So it would be useful for me to get um, some progress up the Earth cult, because we're getting coins for progress up the Earth cult at the end of round 1. Then we're doing Sanctuary Stronghold in round 2. So we can see the fire cult is quite strong in this game. Then in round 3 and round 4, we've got trading posts, which looks good for the nomads. Nomads do well with a lot of trading posts around mid-game. So, and then we've got dwellings in round 5 and town forming in round 6, which looks interesting. That's so late in the game to form towns tends to favor the mermaids, because they can form their towns across water and choose when to complete the town. So slightly low coins though, well, quite a bit low coins. That's not so favorable to the mermaids. That's more favorable to engineers and what's the other one? Can't see them here anyway. It's the the name's escaping me at the moment. Let's see if I can just see it on my iPad. Alchemists. Yeah, I've got another game on the app going. Alchemists. I don't know why I just couldn't think of that. Okay, so this player 1 still hasn't chosen his faction. He's got 3 seconds left. Come on, choose it. What's going on? So somebody else is, he's chosen cultists. Okay, he's done it. So the other players are making comments for me. What's going on? What's going on? I don't mind with the faction selection, because I'm still thinking of my faction as well. But if he's going to make a habit of going over time, that's not so good. So cultists, he's thinking about progress on the fire cult and the earth cult to get that's pretty good. So the cults could well be something I shouldn't really be worrying about in this game too much, because the cultists have already been chosen. So, and a lot of the lower ranked players can sort of give up on forming towns and start throwing lots of priests into the cult tracks. And so I'm sort of I don't particularly like to go too strong on the cults against lower ranked players. But saying that, these players are not necessarily lower. I don't consider them necessarily lower ranked players. Only this Water 325, and then he's from Taiwan, and there's plenty of very good players from Taiwan. So, but he doesn't look like he's one of them. Oliver 597 from America. Okay, what's this guy going to do then? Also quite slow. So brown's been chosen. It's likely that black will get chosen as well. Now let's just look. I mean, engineers and darklings are 2 of the very strongest factions. And what can I do with the engineers? I think it might be tough with the town forming. So darklings have been chosen. So we've got 2 neighboring factions here, which I don't think is a big problem for them. It just opens up possibilities for other players. So, I mean, darklings are likely to stay over the eastern side of the board, and cultists will probably be more centrally located. So they can largely avoid each other. They might have a bit of a mix up here with this brown and this black, but there's not necessarily that they should be competing with each other too much if they play well. Good luck and have fun. Yep, let's give them a Have fun. Swarmlings. Okay, that's interesting. So the three of them are grouped together. We've got brown, black, and blue chosen, which gives me a choice. I mean, I'm going to avoid yellow and green. I think that would be silly. So rather going for red, or we're going for gray. I think it might be better to go for gray. But then I need to have some kind of plan if I'm going for engineers. Engineers are a very economic faction. So with the low coins, that will benefit the engineers. Let's just look. The swarmlings are quite often quite strong in the cults. New players are quite often quite strong in the cults because they just throw the priests into the cults. I might be better to go for engineers. Just going for the, what else is there? So I don't want to go for the dwarves. I could go for the chaos magicians. Chaos magicians. Perhaps I'm best to go for engineers. I can't go for the mermaids. Obviously, the blue's been taken. I don't want to go for nomads or fakirs because they've got color neighbors. So it's really the engineers. Engineers, I don't know whether I can do anything particularly amazing with the engineers, but because they're an economic faction and we're playing players that are maybe they're all bunched together and maybe they're going to sort of fight amongst themselves. Maybe I can just use the economic advantage and the low coins to my benefit. We've got the priest bonus card here. So I could get that and get some kind of, get the coins from here or get some kind of cult bonus. So if we go for the engineers, try to get some kind of cult bonus. We could possibly get the dig. Yeah, that's the disadvantage of the engineers is that there's no dig card, which means we'll go for them and see how we get on with them. That means I've got to be taking dig power actions whenever possible because I'm not going to get the dig card, obviously. We could get quite a good starting setup and plenty of leech. So if I'm swarmlings are going to be taking dig power actions quite a lot as well if they know how to, if they know that they should be building their stronghold in round one. It's quite possible with a player with that low rank, he may not know that swarmlings need to build their stronghold in the first round. So that might, the stronghold will give them lots of power, which will give a lot of competition for me for the power actions. With my faction here, what I might be doing is building 2 temples in round one. And the 2 temples will give me lots of power. So I get 5 power on my second temple here, which will mean that I'll be able to take advantage of the digs. And because the dig bonus card is missing, then it's important that I get that. And the other way to get digs is by progress up one of these cults. Now, I think that getting to the 4th place on the air cult might be good by getting the air to, getting this air to possibly. Well, maybe I should just get, yeah, maybe I should just get Earth 2, then I get an extra power. I've really got to be thinking how to get power. Yeah, I think the Earth 2 would be better. Yeah. Okay, they're bunched together here, which is quite funny. I'm going to go over here to sort of tell them that they can go here and here as well. This is pretty much a standard setup for the engineers, these 2 spots. So we really do need to get some neighbors over this side of the board. And sometimes when you're playing these lower ranked players, which again, they're not necessarily lower ranked players, but they may not understand that you need to have neighbors, but I think they obviously do understand that bunching up here. Yeah, these players are not lower ranked. I wouldn't say that. Apart from Water 325, obviously. Okay, so I'm going to get plenty of leech off these two. So I'm in the center of this. And we do hope that swarmlings develop this. If they're going to build a stronghold, they do this. This is the best place for them to build a stronghold, because you want to be building this. They want to be building their stronghold where they're more likely to form a town. I've got a neighbor here. Form a town with 3 hexes, and this will be the place here. If they're going to build a 3-hex town, it's going to be here. So it's more likely that the swarmlings will develop this into a stronghold rather than this one, giving me more power. Because obviously, if they develop here, they're going to be sending power to the darklings. Darklings have a nice setup, but they really need this yellow spot. These yellow spots can be hotly contested, so they're going to be going for the digs early on. I'm not too worried about the digs in round 1, even though that's what the scoring is for. First 2 rounds, I don't think I'm going to be doing anything amazing, but I do need to get. I think it's very wise for me to get water 1 and earth 1, because I'm going for really just the economy here, and so I'm not really going to be getting much scoring from these 2 rounds or the 6th round either. So I'm really going to have to get the scoring bonus cards to make the difference. I was thinking of going for Earth 2 to get the extra coin, but for the sake of 1 coin, I think it's better to get Earth 1. Get Earth 1 and Water 1, which are scoring bonus cards, favor tiles. Sorry, scoring favor tiles. And that way, with my superior economy, which I hope to develop, and getting plenty of leech, getting the digs from the leech, that way maybe I can win the game. I'm not really going to be strong in the cults. Yeah, I don't really want to be building Sanctuary or Stronghold in round 2, because Sanctuary is going to take a lot of resources. It's going to take away one of my temples. And the temples is what is giving me the power to get the digs. So I'm going to sacrifice scoring in round 1 and round 2, potentially even round 6. But the advantage of forming my towns earlier and not waiting to the final round to form the towns is I can get maybe the better point scoring ones. The 9 or the 8 are really the best. Look at these 2 town tiles, the 9.1 and the 8.1 with a move up the cult tracks. Perhaps it would be better for me. Okay, this guy's using his time again, so we're down to 15 seconds. What's he doing? Placing a dwelling. He's thinking whether to go here. And he's gone here. Okay, that's interesting. That might be not bad. Okay, so I can choose my bonus card here. I should have been thinking about that before. Now going for this is strong. Getting the double dig is not so important for me in this first round. It's getting the 2 temples, I think, is important for me. So I think that this is a strong one. And also this, I could get some kind of advantage with the coins here. But it is a low coin game. Yeah, if I was to get the priest, I could put that into the earth cult. Now, I don't suppose that I'm going to win the earth cult or anything like that, but or I can go for this, which will also be very useful. Do I need the coin advantage, or yeah, or the power with this? Now the power will allow me to. I think I'm going to get what I need anyway. I do need to get the 2 temples. I'm going to have enough to get the 2 temples anyway. Let's go for Yeah, let's go for the priest. It was either the priest or the 3-power 1 worker. Now the Darklings might take that 3 spot anyway, because they have a priest. But I do have an advantage that I'm likely to get plenty of power. I'm very well set up here in the middle of these 3. That's an ideal position. And here, exactly the same setup. So power-wise, I'm looking good. Now, this red is important. This green and this red is vital. Okay, well, not vital, but if I'm going to get 3 towns, it's nice to have that. Okay, we've got 1 power now. Am I going to throw in the, let's see what Darklings do. Darklings might just take the 3 here in the Earth Cult, because they've got the 1 priest, but they'll also be tempted to use the priest to dig because they want this yellow spot. I think the Darklings would be wiser to dig this yellow spot because they don't want. Ah, good. That's a good outcome. They're not rushing to get the priests into the. Okay, so where do I want to leech power from? Here is probably better because I'm going to be getting more. Yeah, let's get more leech here. The reason I'm developing this one first into a trading post is when these develop these ones, I'm going to be leeching more power. Obviously, this one as well, I'll be leeching power. See, I've got 2 power here now instead of 1. So now I'm looking good with the power situation. I would be able to use a dig here, or the double dig. If it doesn't get taken by the Darklings, aren't going to take it. Swarmlings are unlikely to take it. So my power situation is already looking good. It's just how far do I want to push it before I start taking. Looks like it might be an Earth 1 rush going on here. Now, Swarmlings shouldn't take Earth 1. They should go for the Stronghold. But they might do that because obviously this is a low rank player. He's gone for the Stronghold. That's a good thing because I do want Earth 1 in this game. That was my plan. Okay, so we've got 5 power in ball 3. I can risk getting that double dig. Let's go see if we can get another power here. Get this 3 spot. I'm definitely going to get Earth 1, so I don't need to. Okay, I don't need to rush building a temple. I'm not going to leech any more from. I'm not going to get any more leech now. So just see what other people do here. Cultists really need to be getting the double dig. Well, they need to be digging this yellow spot. They might do that now, which will mess up Darkling's game. Darklings perhaps should have taken that a bit earlier. What did Darklings took? Earth 1, Earth 1. Okay, so Cultists also took Earth 1. So they know what they're doing. It's much better playing players who have some idea what they're doing, because you can sometimes get games on this where the players just have no idea. Single dig. He's dug here. That's interesting. That's good for me because that gives me an extra leech. I thought he would take this yellow spot here, which wouldn't give me the leech. Now I've got plenty of power in ball 3. So if I can get the double dig, potentially I can build 2 temples and get a dwelling out too, and getting this 3 spot in the Earth Cult, which will give me the extra coins, could be a good start. It's all about the double dig. Darklings obviously aren't going to take it, and Darklings are unlikely to give leech to the Swarmlings so that they can take it. So because Swarmlings still only 11 power in bowl 2. Now, if I do the double dig, I think I'm best to dig this green spot to get me access down to the red later and erase the. And do I want to get this one? It's a triple dig for the cultists to go there. Whereas now it's a double dig. I mean, if I dig it into the mountains, into the gray, if I dig this red to gray, it's that now it becomes from a double dig to a triple dig for the cultists who need to be making a town somewhere around here. So obviously the cultist is looking at these spots. Now this for the cultist is also a triple dig, so I don't have to worry about the cultist taking this spot. Getting some progress down here is my biggest concern. I don't necessarily need this spot here. I could encourage the cultists to go that way by not developing that. And I can make my town down here, potentially bridge across here to this green. And then later, potentially I can come here. Now the Swarmling's position here is not particularly good. That would be a good mermaid's position, but he's going here to have a neighbor. Swarmlings would have been better to go here. Swarmlings don't need neighbors so much. Now, if it was mermaids, I would be concerned about my third town potentially over here. But with the Swarmlings, I'm less concerned. They're still very likely to take this green spot, but less likely. That's really my point. Okay, so Darklings, they took the priest. Okay, so I'm best to get this double dig. Now, are the Swarmlings going to get it? Yeah, they still could get the double dig. So Darklings are unlikely to give Swarmlings any leech. So I could get more power before I take the double dig, because I don't think Swarmlings are going to get it. And that way I also get Earth 1. Yeah, maybe I'm going to take a risk. I don't think Swarmlings are, oh yeah, they will get leech from me if I develop this one. So, but I can develop this one. Now, who else is going to take the double dig? Only Swarmlings are really going to take it. So I don't want to be giving them leech so that they can take it. And nobody else is going to give them leech. So that means I will just get more power into bowl 3. Yeah, more power into bowl 3, which will allow me to get a better head start, basically. So I'm going for the double dig. And gambling that Swarmlings are not going to be able to take it, which means I don't want Darklings. I'm not going to develop this into a trading post, are they? They're going to put a dwelling down somewhere here. I imagine we'll take this. They're probably best to take the yellow spot. They've got 2 priests, so they can do a double dig here, which will allow me to come down here a lot easier. But if I don't get the red spot, I can still bridge over to here and make a 3 hex town here, you see. But the red spot's very good because it gives me access to over here. Okay, so Swarmlings don't have the power. Okay, so they've gone for something which, if they take Earth 1, they've taken Earth 1, which means I've missed out on Earth 1 for doing that. That is a bit of a blow, but not a massive blow. Now I need to get more power into bowl 3. Still, swarmlings are not going to get that double dig, so I can go for a temple here. Again, I'm not giving anyone else the double dig. I can't take Earth 1, it's been got, but I can take Earth 2. And Earth 2 will be very good for me anyway. I'm getting 2 more leech. I'm getting 1 power each go and 1 worker each turn as well. Workers are very, very useful for me. And an extra coin. So this is by no means a massive disadvantage, but I do need to think about perhaps 3 towns or getting more bridges out or something along those lines. But I'm getting a lot more workers through the game by getting that Earth 2. And by delaying getting taking the double dig, my advantage is that I'm getting more power into ball 3. So potentially I can, potentially I can take the 2 workers here. But perhaps I need it to, if I'm going to be building another temple, I'm going to need the extra coins. So I can't be taking the 2 workers. But the power can be converted to coins. That's what I'm talking about. If I was to get the take the worker power action, I wouldn't be able to have the power to turn into coins. Okay, so that's good for me. He's dug across there. That's very good. Very good indeed. Another 2 leech. So leech-wise, this is an excellent start. So we get another 2 leech here. Now we're getting sort of into a situation where I could take the 2 workers. Or could I? Now, don't think Swarmley is going to take those workers, so I'm not going to concern myself with that yet. I will, rather than doing all the maths in my head, I will, it looks like I can do it, but I can just, first, I can get the double dig taken. Now, I think we're fairly safe here. I think we need to take this one, certainly. Now, do I want to take that? Yeah, I do. Then I can potentially take this, the one, and that really messes up the Swarmlings game as well. So this, I think, is safe. That's why I'm not rushing to get that. But then the red here is not so safe. Yeah, but okay, so the red, let's just check, is a double dig for the cultists. I don't think the cultists necessarily need that. They can take the yellow here and bridge across here. So now it's double dig time. Okay, so do any conversions. Okay, so we can do, we're taking the double dig power action here. Just make sure I've clicked it twice, because if you start digging with workers, or they don't have the workers to do it, but it's really bad. Okay, that's 1, confirm. And the second one should be this one. I would like to take that, but I'm going to leave that, so we get the second one. Obviously, we're getting 2 points for each of those digs, and we can build the dwelling. We're going to go for the dwelling here. Yeah, there. Okay, so taking that double dig, I've still got 5 power in bowl 3. So if I was to, if I was to get the 2 workers, that's 4 of these power, I wouldn't have enough to build my second temple, which is what I want to be doing here. So it's, I don't have enough anyway, do I? What am I talking about? Yeah, I'm short by 1 coin. Yeah, I'm short by 1 coin. So I think it's best to leave the power in ball 3, and then I can do something in the next go. Yeah, so because cultists might have cultists, what's the cultist power income? Really nothing. So yeah, I can do some good power actions in the next go. Coins, what I really want. And my power income is 2. So I'm still best to get some power. Do I need shipping? Not really. Shipping's not going to help me too much at this stage. So it's the 3 power 1 worker that I'm after here. Yeah, it's going to take, I'm short of a coin to build the last temple here. But we're going to get some extra coins, 4 coins now. So it's not a disaster. I can take power actions in the next go. So we will be out of here and we'll get 3 power and 1 worker. So that means our power income of 5. Now we've got a good power situation again here. We've not burned any power. And then, yeah, my economy looks pretty good. Okay, so I want to be getting the second temple. Could do a double dig. Fire, 3 spot in the fire has been taken. That looks fairly interesting, doesn't it? Yeah, double dig looks interesting here. Not sure what I'm going to do with that priest. Swarmlings might take the double dig here. Oh, what did they take? Don't know what they did there. Swarmlings transforms terrain space for 3 workers. Oh dear. A low ranked player. Will I get a bit more leech here? Yeah, there's not much reason to put this priest into the cults. And I don't think I necessarily need to go for this double dig so early. Now the swarmlings could have taken the coins, but they didn't. I don't think the swarmlings are likely to take the coins because they don't seem to have a deficit of coins. This being a low coin game, I'm thinking, should I take the coins? Or should I just allow the power situation to improve again if I can get a bit more leech? Yeah, I've got a bit more leech here. Is he going to build a dwelling? Yeah, so I've got the 2 more leech here. So leech-wise, I'm killing it. This is really the advantage I've got in this game is leech. Now I could take the double dig, but I think I'm going to go for the second temple first, and I will. Now, is that wise? Should I just grab this spot first? Because we don't want anyone else taking that. Cultists could decide to take it, so we'll grab that territory first. Because if cultists do decide to take that, now cultists could then take the double dig. But if they were to dig that spot that I spent resources digging, which I think was pretty unlikely, then that would really set me back. So I want to get the water one. I want to get the water one favor tile to give me some scoring, and I can really get a lot of scoring in the next 2 rounds after this one. And I need to be able to build plenty of trading posts, and to do that, I want to get some dwellings out, obviously, but I do need plenty of coins now to build those trading posts. Now, they took the double dig. I thought they might do that. I get another leech here, but a single dig would be good. Yeah. Then potentially I can take the coins and the single dig. But swarmlings, are they more likely? They're more likely to take the single dig here, or they could take the worker power action. Don't take the single dig. Take the workers. But their single dig's not much use to the swarmlings because there's nowhere really they can dig. Okay, single dig will be good for me. Then I can take the single dig and the coins and get the red spot down here. Even if this gets taken, this green spot, which is very unlikely, I'm not too concerned. Okay, that's good. So swarmlings took the bridge, and then they're going to try and single dig over here. So we better take the single dig away from them when it comes around to my turn, because that's obviously what they want, to single dig this. So I'm going to get the red spot here. Another 2 leech, fantastic. This game, the big advantage I'm getting here is leech. So I have to make the leech count. And the earth one, losing that obviously is going to be a big disadvantage. But the water one will help to make up for that. And I need to make sure I've got the coins, and I build plenty of trading posts in these 2 rounds, around round 3 and 4. So now the swarmlings are going to take the single dig, so I need to take that first. Don't think swarmlings are likely to take the coins. They're more likely to take the workers, if anything. So single dig needs to be done here. Single dig power action. Take this one. Confirm that. Okay, and stick a dwelling there, which makes the cultist town very difficult to form because they've got a bridge over to here. So I get another 2 leech here. They didn't spend much time thinking about that, though. They threw that dwelling down. I think he's going to be pretty upset by losing this red spot. It's fairly easy for me to form a town here now. Now, maybe this town I can leave till later on in the game. But I do have to worry about cultists taking this red spot. They might do that just to spite me now. Yeah, cultists are unlikely to build a trading post here and give me another 2 leech, but I'm after the coins. I've already got 4 power in ball 3 to do that. How much do I need those coins? 1, 2. I've got 3 dwellings on the board, which is not an ideal situation. I would really want to get, and yeah, with the coins, I could potentially get another dwelling, get 4 dwellings on the board. That would be more ideal, because the third dwelling, as you see here, has no income. So if I put another dwelling down, my 4th dwelling, then I'm going to get some income off that. So it's with the engineers, you don't want to be ending the round with 3 dwellings on the board. But if I get the extra coins, I can upgrade my shipping, and I can still throw down another dwelling. But I'd have to burn 3 power to do that. But I still have 12 power. remaining, so that's not a problem. And where would I want to stick that dwelling? I'm thinking that it would best to go here. That's really going to finish off the cultists' any hopes of making this into a town, and it's not going to help the not going to help me that much, but I might be able to form my third town over here. And if this gets blocked off, which is unlikely, then I can just concentrate on making a town over here. So I'll certainly get 2 towns. If I just make it here, I don't think there's much. I could make a town over here, but I've never done that before. And I'd be able to get a bridge here. That's an advantage of this faction is you get points for bridges. But that's not necessarily the way I'm going to focus this strategy. Maybe later in the game, if I get the Sanctuary Stronghold bonus card and I form a stronghold, then I can think about bridges, but that's not my focus at the moment. Okay, so the coins power action is still available. Okay, so let's take those coins. Just before I do that, is there a chance that I can get more power? Possibly, but yeah, it's possible. Maybe I should go for the temple first, because nobody else is going to take the coins. Swarmlings could. Yeah, swarmlings could take the coins, but I don't think they're going to. Don't think swarmlings are going to take the coins. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade shipping first. Upgrade shipping first. And see if I get more leech before I take the coins. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to take the coins. Let's not risk it. I already got away with it once. Don't think it's necessary to risk that again. I'm already in a fairly good position. Let's just hold my advantage. Yeah, I'm dominating the central continent. And the advantage of doing that is I can then spread to other areas of the board much easier. And it's much easier then to get the longest network. So in this game, longest network is really something that I should get. And Darklings is very tough for them to get longest network with that setup. Cultists have a possibility, but then them joining up their network across the top here is going to be very tough, and along the bottom is also very tough. They need to develop a really good economy to join up their network, and then swarmlings possibly, but I don't think they're going to do that. So the longest network is really something I can get, and by dominating that central continent, that will give me a good position really to dominate the board, and I can get to more of the gray hexes much easier. Okay, so cultists, if they're going to have enough coins for next go. Yeah, cultists are doing okay for coins. Just thinking, what can they do? Nothing really. They could pass out now of this round. There's no point in them developing a trading post. Next round is a trading post scoring round, and they've got the bonus card for dwellings, so they're going to be only going to be shooting themselves in the foot by doing anything else. So they've got to pass out the round. I don't know what he's taking so long to think about. Does he have anything else to do? No. Okay, so then swarmlings. Yeah, they get swarmlings are going to build a trading post here, giving me 1 more leech. And that's all the leech I will probably get in this round. Now, it's possible that cultists, I was just thinking cultists may drop out the game. But he's made his decision, and he's going to choose his bonus card. Go for the Sanctuary Stronghold one. No, he's gone for the Priest. Now, Darklings, if they were to take this, very easy for them to take that with a double dig. Obviously, it's going to mess up my town, but they're going to be wanting to think about joining up their network or thinking about their second town. So they want to be moving in this direction, really. So I don't think they're going to take that. Anyway, it's my turn. So I've got to upgrade shipping. I've got to build my second temple. Let's get the second temple done. Now I'm going to give some leech to the swarmlings. Do I want to give them some more leech now? I don't think it matters too much. They will be able to take the priest anyway, so it doesn't matter. So second temple, this is going to give me more leech each time. And I've got to get the points one now. So it's got to be this one. So water one has been taken. No conversions yet, but I will be doing a conversion. Swarmlings need to build their trading post here. Next time I'm going to upgrade my shipping. They've done the trading post. Okay, I'm going to upgrade my shipping now. Advance on the shipping track. And I've got 3 dwellings on the board, which the third dwelling gives me no income. So by getting a 4th dwelling on the board, I can then get the income. And going here, I think I've got a better chance of getting my town. Do swarmlings have shipping? Not yet. So this green spot is I'm in pole position to get this green spot. Okay, swarmlings now have shipping because they've taken this card. So it's likely that swarmlings will take the green spot, but shippings swarmlings went for that. It's likely they'll take this green spot. So that means taking this spot is less advantageous to me. But they're going to want to dig here and here. I think that's the priority for swarmlings digging rather than here. So if I go here, I'm going to have to burn power, obviously, to do that. So we're going to burn 3 power, convert 3 power into a worker, and throw it in here. Okay, so next go, coins is really my weakest point, but we have the coins here. So I can take this to get plenty of coins. And then later in the game, I will have no worries about coins anyway. Now my worker income is 4. So I'm going to have 4 workers and I'm going to have 10 coins. So good economy. And obviously I'm going to get a priest and plenty of power from this as well. So let's pass out the round. Nothing else I've missed. And still not going for any of these scoring ones. We'll just go for the coins. That way I can, 4 workers, 10 coins, which means I can easily build some trading posts, which costs me 1 worker and 2 coins each one. Disadvantage is that I don't have enough power to get the dig for this. So there's still the risk the Darklings might dig this now. But I think they would be foolish to do that. They're probably better to build trading post, or dig here, allowing them to form move over here and form a second town down here. Okay, they've gone for the coins. But we'll see where they dig. Anyway, that's more important. Cultists are not going to take a power action. Swarmlings will probably take the double dig, leaving potentially the single dig for me later in the game, later in the round. But I'm going to need to get at least 4 more leech, I would say, maybe 3 before I think about taking a single dig. I really want to get this green spot done. And that green spot is also an interesting one. Cultists, what are they going to do? Okay, so the cults so far are not particularly hotly contested. I expect with a lot of priests going on here that the cults will, yeah, there we go. Cultists just threw a priest into the cults. You would think that the cults would be more strongly contested. Now I could get to this one. If the swarmlings don't take it now, they didn't, they took the double dig. Dig here and here, please. Dig this black spot, don't dig the green spot. The black spot, they're not going to dig the black spot. I think getting the bridge over here is no good. They could have formed a town along here and town here. The second one, they're likely to dig the green spot then. Come on, where are you going to dig? He's got a shipping, so he can dig. Yeah, he's done the green spot. I thought he might do that. Okay. So anyway, I can get a dig later on in the game by getting to 4 on the water. Now I'm 1 on the water, so I'm better just to throw my priest into this 3 spot. And I'm lucky to get that because usually, as I keep saying, these 3 spots go quite fast. So I've got 2 of the 3 spots, even though in this game I'm not 2 of the 3 spots on the cult tracks, even though in this game I'm not really planning to go for the cults, but players have been going for other things. So yeah, I've got another 2 leech. So I've got the 3 leech I wanted to. Now I think I'm going to get another 2 leech because I think the Darklings may go here. But I am worried that the Darklings may go here. I do need to get 2 towns at least in this game. Now I've got 2 leech. This game, oh my goodness. So leech is very important in this game. The single dig is still available. We're now waiting for cultists and swarmlings. Swarmlings are not going to take the single dig. So I've got the single dig, it's mine. That means I can get this, which will allow me to get potentially 2 towns. Well, my probability of forming this second town is much higher. Obviously, we should be forming 2 towns in a game of Terra Mystica, but there's always a risk you getting cut off, you see, and especially with leaving that dig till quite late in the game. Okay, and then me being blocked off here, which I thought might happen, but all right, so single dig time now. So we need to burn 1 power to get 4 power into bowl 3 and take the single dig power action. Obviously, we're going to dig the green spot, confirm everything that's right. And obviously, we're going to put dwelling on it. No points for that dwelling because I don't have Earth 1. So I still have enough resources to build 3 trading posts, which will take me down to, again, leaving myself with 3 dwellings on the board by the look of it. It's another 3 each here. Let's take it. We're still only in round 3, so taking this leech is not a problem. I really want to be finishing with 4 dwellings on the board, so I'd have to burn power to do that. So I need more leech in order to do that. Now, cultists very likely to build another trading post, but they're more likely to build it here rather than give me more power. Well, they might be thinking that I will lose more points because it's 3 rather than giving the Darklings the leech with 2. So we all should, yeah. I think the cultists may well go here and give me 3 more leech, which will allow me to get more workers, basically. So that way I'll be able to get another dwelling down here or here, but I'm going to go for here. Potentially I could get another town along here, but I think that's unlikely. And this is the round where I'm going to start to put some score on, because I've already done not much scoring. I've been just developing my economy and stuff and getting the territorial advantage, which I have done. I've got, so obviously I'm controlling the center of the board, and now I've got 2 more leech here. So now I'm starting to control the second town area across here. So, well, not control it, but make it less likely that the town spot's going to be taken, because I can still form a 3 town here or here. If this red gets taken by the cultists, which is very unlikely, they're more likely to try and make another town across the top here. Anyway. You still need more leech to take the workers. Now, I don't need to put all these trading posts out in this go, because next go is also a trading post round. So I can really think about how many dwellings I want to leave on the board, and whether I want to be burning power now. Okay, so trading post time. Now I can form a town nice and early, so I'm better to do that. Now I'm going to be giving leech to other players here, so we need to think about how to do that. Now, cultists. Okay, so yeah, we'll give cultists 3 leech, shall we, or give them 1? Okay, should we give them 1 now? Now, are cultists strong in this game? Potentially quite strong. Don't think swarmlings are particularly strong. Don't think cultists are going to accept that leech, but obviously the cultists are. So we'll go here. Let's just see whether the swarmlings accept that leech. Finally, I got some points. Way behind. I've got 17 points now. I was on 12, I think. Swarmlings, they both gained, so losing 4. 4 points gone by the swarmlings. Swarmlings now down to 22. Cultists have gone here, not giving me any more leech. But I'm not too worried about that now, because I'm going to limit the number of trading posts I build on this go. Actually, that's not necessarily the problem. I can get more leech because I'm going to complete a town now. So which town tile to go? I think I should go for the 1 step up each cult tracks. The cults are not too hotly contested. I'm potentially going to be winning 2 cults at the end of this. I get 2 more power for that as well, which will help me. 1, 2, 3 dwellings left on the board. Yeah, so I can put another dwelling down, I think, rather than build another trading post. So cultists, let's give them the extra 1 or 2. They'll lose a couple of points by taking this leech. I can form a town. Will they take that leech? Did they take it? Can't see. Okay, so we're going to take this 8 points and 1 step up cults. Okay, which means I'm winning 2 cults. I don't anticipate that I'm going to win those cults. But I'm now not last in the game. I have plenty of power. Good situation with power. My power income now is 6, 7, 8. So if I was to pass out of the round now, I would want to convert some of this power. Otherwise, I'd be wasting my power income. But first of all, I need to put a dwelling down. I've got more power. Still need to get this. Now, cultists are going to get the other, they've finished their town now, so I anticipate them taking this town tile. The 8 points, the same as I've got basically, so they're going to move up. What have they done? What did they take? They didn't, they took the coins. They want coins. Okay, that's good. Because I'm doing quite well in these cults. Now I have 6 power in bowl 3. My goodness, there's not really anything to take here. Let's stick our dwelling down here. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 dwellings on the board, which will keep my dwelling income going. Now the Darklings are building over here. They're going to try and get their town here. They're taking my grey spot. I'm not too worried about that though. So I really want to form the town over here. That's more important to me. A bit overexposed here. Ooh, that's better. Okay, so now my turn again. So with all that power in bowl 3, now let's just look at the, yes, I can build my stronghold next go and start looking at some bridges. Now my power income here, my power income is 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2, 3, 6. I can convert 3 of these powers into coins. 3. There we are. So 6, 7, 8. That will perfectly sort it out so that when I get my 8 power income, I have all my power into bowl 3, allowing me to take power actions in next go, a double dig or bridges. Let's see. So I'm going to pass out of this round. And do I want to be building my... Yeah, I think because I don't have Earth 1, I can get some points from bridges. So pass out of the round and get this one. Okay, so swarmlings choose the power. Okay, points-wise, I'm still far behind. So we need to start making up that deficit. I'm still in a great position to now double dig or bridges here. Single dig. At the end of this round, I've got to dig anyway. Single dig. Does anybody else want a bridge? Yeah, maybe the swarmlings. But if I don't take the single dig anyway, then there's the double dig. But I can get the 2 workers for I can get the 2 workers for a bridge anyway. So we need the single dig. So we're going to make up the points deficit for not having the Earth 1 by building bridges and building my stronghold. So where I'm going to put the stronghold, I'm going to put it here potentially. I don't mind giving leech to the swarmlings, who've seemed very weak in this game. So I can get maximum 2 bridges out. The bridge still hasn't been taken. Maximum 2 bridges out, I think, in this one. And finally, we might get another bridge down here or across here. Yeah, the final round being a town-forming round. If I'm going for the bridges, I can't be doing that. And I think it's a more advantage for me to be taking the higher scoring town tiles, really. Will cultists make another town up here? I somehow doubt it. Swarmlings are not going to take the bridge. I don't need any more leech. But yes, they've swarmlings have taken that town tile that I would have wanted. But I can always go for the 9 points and the priest. And the cults are there for the taking. No, these guys are not really going for the cults in this game. So let's get the bridge. Stick it there. So I've got that. And I can get 2 trading posts built in this go and my stronghold. Stronghold's going to give me 4 points because of the bonus card I'm holding. Now my chances of getting a, I really want to get scoring bonus cards. This is going to be, this game could depend on scoring bonus cards, which means that I really want to be getting the stronghold built. Yeah, if I want to get the second bridge. It's 3 workers for the stronghold, 1 worker for the trading post, that's 4. Then to get the second bridge, I need to be using the final worker and the priest. The alternative is to build the trading post, but I'll think about how many dwellings I have on the board. I'm not going to do the maths now, but when we get to that stage, I will think about that. Whether to build the second bridge or to build a trading post. Obviously, we're getting good scores for the trading post, but I can always build the trading post later in the game. And it looks like as the game progresses, the more I can compete in these cults. Now, at the moment, I'm not going to, I could get to the 8 spot in the water cult and get a double dig here. That would mean taking water 2. And yeah, but that also means I'm less likely to get, or not less likely, but I could lose a scoring bonus card. I might have to pass out early of the round. That's what I'm talking about. And if I've got the extra cult step, I might have to sacrifice that. And the other thing I can get is the water 1 favor tile and score good points. I think the water 1 favor tile would be very useful, actually, for having plenty of trading posts on the board. Okay, for now, we're going to, should we go for that water 1? I don't think so yet, maybe in the next round. So now we certainly need to be building trading posts. So at the moment, I'm trying to catch up the Darklings. Catch up with the Darklings. Yeah. So if I was to build, which I'm going to do, I'm going to develop this into the, this will form the town as well. I must, no, it won't because I don't have the bridge here, but forming that bridge will form the town. Okay, so building a stronghold here will mean that I have 4, I'll have 4 dwellings on the board. But if I was to build another trading post, I'd be down to 3. So I'm better to stick down another bridge. And that will form the town. And the town, I'm better to get the priest and start working on the cults. Now I do have a priest now. 3, do I need the leech? Okay, this leech is coming from, don't know. Yeah, it's coming from here. Do I want the leech? No, I've had plenty of leech. Now it's time to, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to make up the points. So points are very valuable to me in this game. I don't think it's going to be a particularly high scoring game. It's really about getting the scoring bonus cards, I think. And obviously the longest network. Now taking the leech would be a massive help for the longest network. But I've taken so much leech earlier in the game. Now taking this leech, I think, is wiser. My leech income, my power income, I should say, not leech income, is going to be 5, 6, 7, 8 again, because I'm going to be building this temple into a stronghold, not building another temple, but forming a town. So maybe I could, okay. Yes, I can accept that. 2 for 1 is fine. Okay, so now we get I do need to get the stronghold. See, obviously my leech income is the same. So it's going to be a big, big, big leech. The reason I say that is because the stronghold also has 2 power, not leech income. Power income remains at, I was saying 8, but it's 10. That's good. That's very good. Okay. Yeah, plenty of power income here. Now I can get another bridge. Getting that bridge will form the town. Forming the town now, I can take the higher scoring town. Because if I was to leave it till the final round, although I get 5 points for forming that town, disadvantage is that the 9-point ones will have gone. Now I get the 9 points with the priest, which I can put into the cult tracks and potentially, do some damage in these cult tracks. Now, the priest will not enable me to get to the 8th spot. The 7th spot is tantalizingly close. Could I build anything else? Could I potentially get a temple? Yeah, I could build a temple. Could do that. That way I can potentially even win this cult. Okay, so anyway, bridge time now. So we need to turn our priest into a worker and then take my special action, bridge building action here for 2 workers that only the engineers have, which completes the town. So obviously I want to take the priest. And I'll also get 6 points at the end of each round. So you get 3 points per bridge at the end of each round, which is also good for the engineer's special power. So now my score is still fairly weak, still not great. But I could not quite. I don't think I'm gonna get enough power to build a temple. Perhaps I should have leached that power before. But I do need the coin income. So temple, maybe another temple next go would be wiser. Now the Darklings have released a very good bonus tile here. So I could just pass out of the round and get the scoring bonus, this dwelling bonus card. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 dwellings on the board, which is ideal. So I could not bother advancing in this water cult. Yeah, I'm not going to have enough resources to get the second temple. I'm thinking of burning power and also getting another coin. I need to leech more power in order to do that. I'm short by 1 coin. But it's not a big deal. I can do that in the next round. Can't do everything in 1 round, of course. But yeah, I've still got a points deficit to think about. So I really need to be prioritizing these swarmlings are likely to take that scoring bonus tile, which means I need to, yeah, they're going to take the scoring bonus tile here, this 1. And I don't think I'm going to easily get the cultists one. The cultists may want to build another trading post here. Which one will they take? Darklings have 69 points. So I really got to, when I pass out of this round, I'm going to get 10 points. So I'm going to be closer. But still, we've got a distance to make up. Now, the advantage is Darklings, there's no way they're going to get the longest network. And for me to get the longest network, I do need to be, yeah, they've taken it. So I do need to think about my progress in the cults. Will the cultists, now, yeah, I could potentially get to the 8 spot here by getting to, if the cultists don't take the priest bonus action, I can potentially get 2 priests down. Yeah, next time I could take the priest bonus action. Power action. I mean, the priest power action, which delays my turn, which means that maybe I've got a greater chance of getting the cultists. Yeah, we've got a leech here. Yeah, we've got one there, so we'll accept that. Which means I can 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's okay to burn a couple of power because it's important to me to get the cultist's bonus card. So if I get that, so I need to burn 2. So I'm now down to 6 power, which is fine. I can still take double digs if I want to. Yeah, make sure everything's right because you don't want to hit the wrong. Always check it because you, especially with me talking and doing things at the same time, if I just hit the wrong key, I can really mess up the whole game. So I now have an extra go, which means I'm going to get the double dig. Cultists are not going to take it. So yeah, I'm going to get another power here. Do I need it? What's my power income? It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4, 8, 9, 10. Yes, I do need it. Accept. Okay, so taking this final spot here, I may not win this cult, but it does mean I get a double dig. And depending on where I go, it's going to reduce the shipping because I'm not, I've got 1 shipping. Do have 1 shipping. Cultists pass out of the round. it's, do they have anything else to do? Can't see that they do. No, looks like they should pass out of the round now. Now, they really wanted my bonus card, of course. But what can they do? They're not going to form a second town, but I've already formed my 2 towns anyway, so it's not as if I've got a can make up points because I've got an extra town to form or anything. But I am doing a lot better. Yeah, they've passed out. They've got 8 points for that. So I'm way behind still. But yeah, longest network is either mine or the Swarmlings. Okay, but it's a big thing. I've got the bonus card I wanted, and I'm going to have 6 power in bowl 3. So we get, oh yeah, and of course I'm getting points from, so I'm up to 53, so I'm not too far behind. And I'm going to get 8 points with this one as well. So with this bonus card, I'm going to get 8 points out of that, and the cultist will get nothing. So now thinking about it now, I'm going to have a double dig at the end of this. So I really need to be thinking, I want this green spot, and this green spot, but I can only get 1 bridge. So, but I do need to get a bridge. That's what I really need. Now the bridge will only upgrade my shipping 1 more time, because with this green spot, will be 2 water spaces to connect my network. And then if I can get dwellings on these 2 in the next round, yeah, in the next round, that's what I need to do. We need to get dwellings here, 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 potentially here. So I need to upgrade my shipping. Now, so doing that, I think getting dwellings down in this round is the most important thing, maybe more important than the bridges, well, the final bridge. The final bridge will be getting it now rather than the final round will be worth an extra 3 points to me. Well, that's interesting. That's interesting to develop that, but he's dug that to mountains, but he's ahead of me, so obviously he's going to, and they've gone yellow there. Interesting. Okay, so, but I certainly need this one here. Certainly need that. And where else could I go? We've just got to get dwellings down, so we'll stick it here or here. Now here, potentially I can get an extra trading post out. So because I have a neighbor, but here I have no neighbor, but it's good for the bridge. But we're going for the bridge here anyway. So yeah, here's the spot. Okay, 6 power in bowl 3. Now finishing this cult will also be an advantage. Coins will be useful. But one advantage of this faction is that I don't need a massive number of coins to build dwellings, only 1 coin per dwelling. So I could get 3, if I'm upgrading my shipping, 3 dwellings. And I could even put a bridge down with 2 workers. Now, the bridge is going to be taken by someone else. Surely the Darklings want the bridge. Surely the Darklings are going to take the bridge. But I could also do it with 2 workers. Finishing the cults. I think the cultists could grab that by building another temple before I have my go. But finishing the cult will be useful too. rather than, say, taking the coin power action, I could finish the cult. Get first convert three power in. Yeah, coin power action's been taken. Thought the Darklings would take the bridge. Swarmlings may take the bridge. The other thing I could do is throw a dwelling down in here. But the Swarmlings are going to take the double dig, aren't they? Bound to take the double dig and dig this. That would be the sensible thing to do. Yeah. That's what they've done. Okay. Which means the bridge is still available to me. Now, I do want that cult from the cultists, but it's the cultists' turn. Are they going to take the cult? They could do that by building a temple now. But they might be thinking about taking the single dig, you see. Thinking that I might want to take it, but why would I want the single dig when I've already got plenty of spots available to me with one shipping upgrade? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots, so I don't need the single dig. Will the cultists build a temple? Now, if I do build a temple, I'm not building a temple, but if I build a temple on this round, I could take the, I don't need to build a temple on this round. I need to be ending the round with 4 trading posts because I have that bonus card. Okay, good. They've taken the work at 1. So I'm going to convert 3 power to coins. And then I'm going to throw my priest, put my priest here to complete. I don't have any other way of doing it. So let's complete this cult. Stop the cultists overtaking me there. Now, I shouldn't have done 3 power, but it doesn't really matter. Do not use, I should have done 2, miscalculated that. Not to worry. It's the coins that I really need. Darklings, they still could join their network up. Yeah, Darklings could have got the bridge there, but I'm still obviously wanting to join the network up. Darklings economy, 3 workers, 20 coins. They've done well for coins, that's for sure. Okay, think about my game still. I can still take the bridge. I was going to upgrade the shipping, wasn't I? So I need to take the priest or the bridge. Yeah. I think it's best to get the priest and upgrade shipping. And how many, if I do that, yeah, get some dwellings down. 3 dwellings, 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. But I could get an extra bridge down. Okay. Oh, yeah. Trading posts. Trading posts. Don't forget trading posts. Yeah. Don't get the. Yeah. Get an extra couple of trading posts, not the bridge in this go. So, yes. So, what I'm going to do is upgrade shipping, 3 dwellings, because I've really got to go for the longest network. Don't leech this power. Don't need it because I've got so much power income. I'm going to be wasting it. Okay, so obviously we need this spot to stop the Oh, the cultists are going to be coming up here anyway. But we need here, here, here. That's 3. Yeah, and then the last 2, maybe I can get, yeah, I can get 1 or 2 trading posts extra. At least 1, not the bridge. Don't have enough for the bridge because I chose to finish the cult. I think the cult was more important because I'm taking points away from the cultists. If I allow the cultists to finish that cult, obviously they gain points and I lose points rather than just one faction gaining points. I'm still way behind. Darklings are doing better. So we need some, and the cultists. So we need some good scoring to come soon. Let's get some dwellings down in this round. This is the dwelling scoring round. Everyone else is getting good points for dwellings, but I'm not. Okay, upgrade shipping. Do I need to do that? Oh, that's an interesting move for the Darklings. Perhaps a bit unnecessary. The alternative is to go for the water air 1. Just go for, because of the scoring tile I have. Yeah, it's to get trading posts out earlier. Get trading posts out earlier and think about temples. Now I could grab this spot as well. Or air. We're still going to be quite strong in air. I don't need to win these cults. Okay, so another dwelling down here. I think I'm going to have one of these anyway. I don't think they're going to take both of those. So still got plenty of time to think about that. So I don't need to do that at this time. Obviously, this 2 spot's going to be taken in a hurry. But even 3rd in that cult is okay. I've won a cult. I was not planning to do anything major in the cults. Now the Darklings are doing really well here all of a sudden. Their network is looking stronger and they're going to form a town in the final round. So we do have to watch out for the Darklings. Now the bridge is still available. I could get that with power. That's taken, so I can't do it now. I'm thinking about the temple strategy. Yeah, I've only got 2 trading posts at the moment. So 1, 2, not a temple yet. Not a temple yet. That would not be wise. Okay. Trading posts. Getting good points for these trading posts. Don't mind giving leech to the swarmlings. Yeah. Can I make up this deficit? Yeah, I mean, the points deficit, I mean, 39 points from the Darklings. Darklings have another town to form, but there's the low scoring low scoring tiles there. And Darklings are very weak in the cults as well. But Darklings are suddenly looking a lot stronger network wise. And Darklings have gone for the scoring bonus card, which means I need the Swarmlings scoring bonus card. And Cultists are more likely to get that. But I do need to take advantage of the bonus card that I have. Now, upgrading shipping and getting another dwelling down would be better than another trading post. Upgrade shipping, another dwelling would be better than going for temples or a bridge now. I would need another 2 leech potentially to get the bridge, but then I'd have to burn 3 power to do it. So cults I'm doing okay in. I think cultists, cultists know it are doing very poorly with a network. What do Darklings have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They're doing well. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they're beating me. But I'm going to match them by getting an extra dwelling down now. Now's the time for me to do that. But first we need to get, do I want to give, who am I going to give leech to here if I put another one of these down? Okay, so let's do the shipping first. Yeah, swarmlings. Cultists have passed out the round, so we need to try to be longer than swarmlings. I think we can do that. Do swarmlings have cult steps to do? No, they don't. So if I can get swarmlings bonus card, that will be a massive help. Now, my power situation is not ideal. I shouldn't have leached that power. But if I can leech another 2, then potentially I can get the bridge, and that might help me make this game, this turn a bit longer. I really feel that I should be able to get the Swarmlings bonus card because I've got 2 more goes to go yet. Potentially, yes, I've got it. I've got it easily. So I can finish my go nicely here. Giving some leech to the Darklings. Darklings power income is, they have loads of power. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 power income. So they're going to be, Darklings will have all their power in ball 3. So giving leech to Darklings doesn't help them at all because they can't take advantage of it. So, okay, that's good. Good situation. Darklings have the bonus card for the final round and me. So getting dwellings out even in the final round will be okay. So giving leech to Darklings is good. Give them some leech. See if they take it. See if Darklings take this leech. Obviously, they're going to refuse it because they have 8 power income. But if they accept it, they lose points, basically. Declines. Okay, they're not stupid. So I can build my trading post here. Just look at, yeah, I need to build the trading post because I don't want to finish with 6 dwellings on the board. But I need to burn to do that. But burning is what I'll have to do. Just that simple, because it's worth 5 points to me getting this trading post out. So 3 points for the because I have the water 1 favor tile and 2 extra points because my bonus card I'm holding. Okay, so obviously I'm going to go for the dwelling one now. Not too worried about the power situation. I don't need the double dig. So 8 points for that, and 6 for my 2 bridges. So that takes me within shouting distance, spitting distance, whatever distance of the other players. And I have a scoring bonus. Okay, trouble is I don't have much way to score in this round, apart from dwellings. Now, dwellings will help me get the longest network. I can see 2 that I can grab. Okay, so coins have been taken. The priest. So I could be building some more trading posts, another temple. Yeah, they're not going to come here, but I'll grab this. I don't think, yeah, this is the place I'm going to go. Is that the best thing to do? Hold on to the priest for the time being. We go here, we're going for the longest network. Let's just see my score here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 I can get to, which should win it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 12. They're 12. So they can do well with that as well. But Darklings, although they're contesting me for the longest network, I don't think they're going to do particularly well with the with the cults. I'm beating them in the cults. So I'm thinking of getting Air 1 favorite tile to get some points here. Then I can perhaps build another. Yeah, how many dwellings do I have? Got to think about building trading posts because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, Darklings don't have that many. Darklings don't have that many digs available to them, so I think I might hold back on that. I might get the bridge. Bridge has been taken. What an idiot. Okay, so 2 workers have been taken. Bridge, I think, is only 3 points for 2 workers. I can do better than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 points for 6 dwellings. Okay, I could temple. Yeah, I think it's getting Air 1 could be good here. An extra 3 points for that, and moving myself up in the air cults, which still has a spot to throw my priest in, and give the leech to these guys. Another temple here. Just check Air 1's available before I. Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, so I'm getting Air 1. I move into a point scoring position on the air cult. There's still priest spots available, so I can get higher up. And also I'm getting points for my trading posts. Okay, Darkling's up to 104 now, so. Ooh. 4 priests, those look useful for the Darklings. It's 8 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Darklings have 8. That's good. Darklings have 8 dwellings down, which means they need to be building trading posts, which are expensive to build. So I don't think Darklings are going to be expanding their network much more. So I don't think the longest network is too much of an issue for me. Let's just check. Swarmlings 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Swarmlings 12, potentially 14 for Swarmlings. Darklings 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I'm on 13, potentially going to 14, I think. So I can still save that spot for the time being. Do I want to give Darklings Leech? Doesn't matter. Cultist Leech, don't matter. Okay, could go over here. Okay, so 1, 2, I've got 2, 3 trading posts out. So does that mean I get an extra point for an extra trading post? So 4 points for a trading post. Go for the dwelling, make sure I've got the longest network. Make sure I've got the longest network. Well, I'm not making sure, but making sure I've got the longest network that I can get, basically. 14, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I've got 14 structures, which stands a good chance of equaling or outright winning the longest network. Now I've got 3 trading posts out. No, don't need that leech. Oh, that's interesting. Did Darklings just take Air 1? Yes, they did. They don't have Water 1. I think that's a bad move for Darklings. They should have taken Air 3. But Darklings could still easily win that cult because of all the priests they have. So I'm going to sort of hold back on throwing my priest into that cult, because I think with all the priests available there, they're going to try and win that cult between them. So we'll let them, maybe we'll let them have that, and I could go for the bridge instead. So I could go for trading post and bridge to finish the game. It would be wise for me to convert one of my power into coins, just in case somebody, it's unlikely, but maybe Darklings build a trading post here. I can, oh no, not here. It's going to give me 2 power. But just in case I get a leech of 1 somewhere, then I'll be able to take it, because the 5 power in both 3, I'll convert, just stops me doing any leeching anymore, free leech. So now to build another trading post, obviously I'm reducing my bonus card score, but I'm getting 4 points for it and losing 1. So giving leech to who is the best? Giving leech to Swarmlings over here. Trading house. Okay, I still think I'm a bit of a distance away from the Darklings. I don't think I can beat them, to be honest. But I do have longest network and beating them in most of the cults. Darklings are obviously going to go strong in that air cult with their priests. So it's pointless me throwing that priest into that. Or is it? Yeah, it's very difficult to know about that air cult. Swarmlings, they might try and take the air cult. I'm just thinking I'm going to get another bridge, but whether to use my priest to do it. I don't think swarmlings are gonna. See, I've got the leech, but it's not a leech that I really want. So we're going to decline that. Okay, so now whether to go for it. I don't think it's really going to give me much advantage. I don't think swarmlings. I'm on 1 point. I can get to 2, and I'm not going to get any higher. So what I'm going to do is just convert the priest into a worker, and I'm going to build a bridge. That's 3 points. Definite 3 points. Okay. I think the longest network's mine. Yeah, because Darkling's going to be going for that cult. And anyway, they've don't have the resources to do it. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points from the bonus card, 9 points from the bridges. That's 15. That takes me to 100. So I'm kind of like close. I think I should win it, but because I'm pretty much not much ahead of Darklings in the cults, but network wise I am. So it's close. It's going to be close. Oh yeah, I've also got because I've got the 4 trading posts out. Don't forget, I've also got the points for those. That's 4 points as well. So I should be at 104 plus another 2 points from the resources that I have remaining, and then plus all the cult points and the network points. So it's going to be close. But looking at the situation at the moment, nothing else really available to do. I've got to sort of finish now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so Darklings have a network of 12. There's no way they're going to get to 14. No way cultists are. And Swarmlings are way behind. So I've got the longest network. That's 18 points. Now, Darklings having second place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, Darklings are going for second place. So Swarmlings need to build another dwelling somewhere. But I'm not sure that they can. That's why Darklings they're going to build trading post and stick another dwelling down. That's what they're going to do. So Swarmlings need to build another dwelling. Then they will match the Darklings for second place. What do they do? Advances on shipping track. What can they do? Not sure they can really get to anywhere interesting, but anyway, I can pass now. So it should take me over 100, 104 or something, I think. Yeah, 104. So I've equaled the Darklings, and then we've got all the final scoring. But Darklings are going to obviously be scoring some more now. So they will be maybe over 110 by the time it's all done. Now, cultists are winning 2 out of the 4 cults, and they could win the third. I'm not too concerned about the cultists. I'd rather them take that air cult away from the Darklings. Cultists, yeah, cultists don't have, yeah, I'd rather the cultists take that air cult away from the Darklings. I think they're going to. Do cultists have a cult step? Do Darklings have a cult step? Neither of them do. So we've got to hope that cultists move up on that air cult, because Darklings still have their bonus card points as well. They've got maybe another 10 points from their bonus card. So Darklings, yeah. Come on, cultists. You need to take a temple now. You need to do a temple and take air 3. What are they doing? What's the point of that? They're hoping to, yes. Because Swarmlings accepted the leech. So they've got ahead in that. Darklings are unlikely to take it. So, yeah. But I don't see the point in the cultist building the trading post. It's expensive. Oh, yeah, because they have water 1. That was their thinking. So they were really hoping that Swarmlings would accept that leech. Now, Swarmlings, I want you to dig somewhere, please, and just stick another dwelling down. Just dig a green spot, because you're going to be taken by the Darklings. Come on, do something. You know you can dig with workers. What's that all about? He's going to just take a point away from me now. He's going to get the air 1 or air 3 or something. Or he's going to go for the fire cults, fire 3. Fire 3, I think, would be his best. But he should have been thinking about the longest network. He's taken fire 3, which destroys the cultists, any hope of the cultists doing anything. But they're not. What I was worried about is the Darklings. Darklings will now put another dwelling down and take the second place in the longest network. But they haven't won any cults. Okay, so they're well ahead, basically. So they're going to be on, yeah, 120, something like that, 120 points. So it's going to come down basically to the cult scoring, and I think I'm ahead of the Darklings in the cult scorings. Can Swarmlings do anything now? No, they can't. Just don't build another temple. They can't do that. I'm glad they took the fire 3, but it was a waste of time for them doing that. They should have gone for the longest network. Yeah, so it's a Darklings game. Okay, guys, so the final scores are Darklings 138, myself, the engineers, 137. I missed it by 1 point. And Cultists 122 and Swarmlings 96. A very close game, an enjoyable game. Missing it by 1 point, not a problem. If I made a big mistake or I think I did something wrong, then I would be upset by it. But 137, I'm perfectly happy with that. I can think of one tiny mistake I made where I could possibly have got one more point, and that was taking the leech. I think it was in round 5, where I was thinking I need to hold out for the cultists bonus card, which I did get. But the cultists finished the round very easily, relinquishing the bonus card. And I accepted a 2 leech and sacrificed 1 point, thinking that potentially if I get some leech, maybe I can take the remaining power action, which was the priest power action, and potentially get another priest into the cult tracks. Whereas if I hadn't taken that leech, I would have still got the bonus card that I wanted, and yeah, and I wouldn't have sacrificed that 1 point. So that would have got me to 138. But a small mistake like that, who cares, really? I mean, it's the economy building mistakes or the territorial mistakes that really I'm really worried about. Mistakes early in the game or mid game that they're going to make a difference between another town or 10, 20 points, maybe getting a really, really high score. So 137 is a good score. So anyway, I'm hoping to get some more of these videos out in the near future when I have time. Very busy these days. Now the summer months, going hiking and running, and obviously busy with work and stuff like that. But yeah, get some more of these against human opponent videos out. And so I'll look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.